Good morning, Wolfpack. This is Eric Webb, the NCSU Weather Center. You can see here this is a funny picture of El Nino. Chris Farley did his little skit on Saturday Night Live in the 90s. So here we are with this week's headlines, turning much warmer obviously later in the week. But before that, we're going to have some rain and thunderstorms to deal with on Tuesday, but again, clearing out and much seasonable for once. As we look at the class-by-class forecast, again in the morning, some showers, a few scattered thunderstorms, temperatures in the middle 50s. But then as we get later on to the day, those temperatures slowly coming down closer to 50 degrees, but we're going to hang on to the showers, I think, as we go toward lunchtime, but eventually starting to clear out as we get later into the evening. The satellite picture across the United States shows, again, you can see this big storm system over the lower Mississippi Valley and northern Gulf Coast states, bringing us that moisture and all that rain and miserable weather we've had the last couple of days. And a closer satellite picture of that shows, again, a lot of clouds socked into the area. A little bit of clearing back here to the west, but none of that is going to make it in our direction. As we look at the current radar, well, actually from yesterday, around 3 o'clock, you can see a little bit of freezing rain, very scattered in nature, all the way until you get to about the mid-Atlantic. You can see a lot of snow up in this area. Unfortunately, none of that really made it here into the triangle. But you can see some rain back off the south. And if you look very far back here to the west, into where Georgia and Alabama, you can see a big slug of rain. This is going to be heading in our direction as we get into this afternoon, early this morning and into the afternoon hours. You can see this storm by the time we get into the afternoon, it's going to be lifting out of here in toward Pennsylvania and the upstate New York. Some backside snows, but clearing here, and another storm system over parts of the mid-Mississippi Valley will be heading in our direction, bringing some extra clouds and possibly a few showers. Otherwise, not a big impact on our weather. But the big story here, middle part of the week, will be a much warmer and more seasonable temperatures. As we look at some of the viewer pics from this storm, you can see this is Morrill Drive. You can see this is where a lot of the engineering buses go through, and it's just completely covered in sleet. You can see the sidewalks there encased in sleet, very, very treacherous. And this is right in front of Wood. Again, you can see a lot of sleet on the ground and a little bit of glaze there on top of that. Now, Climo's Corner, this is a storm back in 1969, very memorable for parts of the southern Appalachians and far southwestern Piedmont. Notice here as much as 18 inches of snow in parts, areas just southeast of Asheville. 13 was recorded in Charlotte. We had 13 actually back toward Asheboro, and nothing really here in the Triangle. So that was a very interesting little storm system there. So for today, though, our temperatures are going to be upper 50s, rain early on, mild and muggy winds out of the southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. May see a few higher and embedded gusts and a few of those thunderstorms. And then tonight, you're going to see clearing skies, cooler temperatures in the middle 30s. Those winds calming down a little bit, and they're staying out of the west and northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. As we get into tomorrow, partly cloudy to mild. Clouds increasing a little bit later on, but again, very typical weather for this time of the year. Highs around 56, winds out of the northwest at 5 to 10. As we look at the week ahead, temperatures again the next few days near normal, but again, we have to contend with those showers and a few storms early today. But then as we get later on in the week, much nicer weather returns. In fact, we're going to see temperatures nearing the mid, possibly even upper 60s as we get into the upcoming weekend. However, beyond that, though, it doesn't look like winter is completely over. As we get toward about the 25th of the month or into early March, we're going to see another shot of really cool air moving into parts of the southeastern United States. You can see here, this is the Climate Prediction Center's forecast. Temperatures turning cooler to slightly below normal over parts of the south and eastern United States, with warmer temperatures obviously toward the west.